Ah, it's launch day. There we go. After 5 years of development and 5 months of public campaigning, For the Crown, my game, is finally available for purchase on Kickstarter today. This is the QR code where you can find it, as well as a number of links smattered across my various social medias. I would love to ask, if you are already 100% sure you want to buy For the Crown, I'd love it if you bought it within the first day or two. If we can convince Kickstarter that the game is a hit right out of the gate, then it has a higher chance of being moved to the front page where Kickstarter will promote it a bit more. And that would be super cool. And that's it. That's the whole pitch. Y'all know what I'm doing here. Y'all know how buying things works. And I've got a lot of people to thank. A lot of people who have come alongside me and helped me out. Starting with William Daniel, it was your pushing that even made me do this in the first place. You're like, hey, you've talked about maybe doing this, you should just do it. So this whole thing wouldn't be happening if it weren't for you. Thank you so much. Thanks to Justin White. You have play tested this game more than anybody else in its gross and awkward and non-functional states. So thank you for caring about its balance just as much as I did. Thank you specifically to Evan Alicia, Victoria Cox, and Joseph McConnell. You three were the first people outside of my immediate friend group who really were fans of the game, and that meant a lot to me. That it wasn't just people humoring me. It was like other friends who didn't have to care that ended up caring a lot. So thank you so much. Thank you to Nick King. When I was going through the process of incorporating my company, you were a huge help in figuring out, hey, what do I do? How do I do things? What's your advice for stuff? So you were a real big help during all of the legal stuff, and I appreciated it quite a bit. Thanks to Corey Dunn, a friend I met at FlameCon near San Antonio, who was just a random guy who just loved my game and emailed me and helped me work out a lot of the details about rules that might have been unclear and some of the more detailed specifics so we can word cards so it's easier for you to play. So thank you to Corey. Thank you so much to the teams behind a lot of different games. I'm going to be sprinkling them in, but K Caloria is a game that's coming out eventually. I'm not really sure, actually. But the people behind that are amazing, specifically Matt and Vivian. Y'all have helped quite a bit. It was a pleasure getting to meet you, and the future events that we have to promote For the Crown are mostly because I have met y'all, and that's incredible, so thank you. Thank you to Tim Aberley, the first and currently only YouTuber who has agreed to review For the Crown, and I assumed really liked it. Y'all can check out his video. So thank you so much to him. He runs a channel called The Board Game Rundown. Thank you to TJ Plays and Judah Artero for plugging For the Crown on your channels. It means a whole lot to me that y'all liked it enough to tell the world. Thank you to Jamie Stegmeyer. I've never met you, I will never meet you, but you have paved the way. You have pioneered the path for us Kickstarters, tabletop Kickstarter people, and the fact that you put so much effort into including so much free and extensive resources to draw upon is amazing. And so I truly have learned so much from you. Thank you so much. Thank you to Liam and Kenny Kaneyuki, the creators of Witchcraft. Y'all have been incredible. I loved meeting your family and getting to play with y'all at FlameCon. Your game is super fun. I've learned a lot from your campaign. I'm so glad y'all funded. Thank you. Chris Totten, the executive organizer for the Smithsonian American Art Museum, one of the very first people I actually got in contact with. He gave me just a whole ton of advice. He's run successful Kickstarters in the past. He's a professor of game design at Kent State in Ohio, and he's amazing. Really, really good guy. Thank you so much for all of your help, Chris. The crew behind Caveman Rumble, y'all have helped me very consistently, and the production quality of y'all's stuff is always so good. They're another Kickstarter that's launching on Tuesday, 3 days from right now. So go check out Caveman Rumble on Kickstarter. Brent Keith, I've also never met you. I've never spoken to you. Tried to get in contact with you, but I have learned so much about launch page design from studying the launch page for your game, Furtherance, which also funded, so congratulations. But learned a whole lot from that, so thank you for just making work and putting it out there and allowing people like me to learn from it. Thank you to the crews behind Dead Mimic Games. They're kickstarting a game called Mars Escape. It's kind of fun. Houseplant Gaming. They have kickstarted many games in the past. You can check them out online as well. Both of y'all were really fun to talk with. Thank you for trying out my game and loving it. And I had such a fun time hanging out with y'all at the con, so it was great. And then lastly, my family. Y'all have been such huge supporters for the whole time. And anytime I've just sat back and thought man, this is just a silly little thing I'm doing and like, you know, beating myself up over and just working so hard at. Y'all have just been really like supportive, and I've appreciated so much, especially you, Lauren, who has been taking the game to play with your friends since long before I even intended to sell it. So thank you so much. And lastly, my girlfriend, Victoria. Tori, I love you so much. You are fantastic. Thank you for just being the absolute best, for pushing me, for supporting me, for just all the encouragement, all of the help. You've just been the best. So thank you so much. You've already forgotten about the QR code. It's this one. Go check it out.